It's semi-final Friday and we've finally got our last two games of the night. First up, we've got an all Zone 1 girls affair with Westlake girls taking on Whangarei girls, followed by New Plymouth boys versus Rosemary College. Back live here from Fly Palmy Arena, and it is girls semi-final number 2 to find out who is going to take on St Andrew's College from Christchurch. Andrew Horrocks, and joined by Ryan Doubledam. Ryan, it's the team you've wanted to commentate all week. Westlake Girls High School up against Whangarei Girls.
Yes, we've got the form team of the tournament coming into this semi-final undefeated against perhaps the dark horse of the tournament, upsetting Hastings Girls in the quarter-final. And yeah, two contrasting styles, so I'm really looking forward to seeing these girls go to battle.
We the North indeed, as we get into the team lists. First up, we're going to have Whangarei Girls High School, Tarina Cameron, Mahina Kukutai Wairau, Tiena Nathan, Neta Palmer, Lily Mae Randall, Waipaira Reti, and Kayama Tahiri. Head coach Ray Cameron, who we heard from earlier. Here with head coach Ray Cameron. Your mother Mata has been such a pillar for Northern basketball. How does it feel to follow in her footsteps and help lead forward basketball in the North?
Yeah, kia ora everyone. It's a good question. Mum's always been a pillar for not only our family but everyone up north. But it's evident, throughout the years that her passion and her drive has just been, bleeding through everyone else. I'm just fortunate to be amongst it on a day-to-day basis. And being up north, there's not much else. Other things to do, so we just follow in our parents' footsteps, and I've also got other people to look up to, my brother and my sister, who are currently doing really well. But then also my nephews, and they always pay tribute to what Mum's already done. So this has been exciting, been a good run for our girls, and just blessed to actually have the opportunity to represent our area, our region, and our school.
Never short of a word, Ray Cameron, but when he talks, you listen, as we see the Whangarei girls with a huddle there at the free throw line. So coming in to Westlake girls, Holly Williams, Emma K. Schroeder, Lily Fotu, Mackenzie Chatfield, Amir Fotu, Jayla Clayton, Izzy Pugh, Rebecca Moores, Zoe Richardson, Amy Pateman, Sarah Moores, and Hannah Richardson. Head coach Bronwyn Davidson, who we caught up with earlier. Here with Coach Bronwyn. This group has done so well through juniors. They lost 2 years to COVID. How does it feel for them to finally get an opportunity to compete for a place in the final?
Feels really good actually to be able to compete, after just losing 2 years and training, and it's really good to train for a purpose and actually just be here to show the product of all of that hard work, and I'm really pumped for people to see what they can do.
Your kids have all had awesome playing careers. Have they given you any words of advice before this game?
Look, they're still playing themselves. They've been through this tournament. It's like the holy grail of age groups. They understand the pressure. My son said good luck. Benina's been training with us, helping us get ready for this, and her words to us was embrace the pressure, and I think that's what we're doing.
Thank you so much. Best of luck for the game. Such an eloquent speaker, Bronwyn Davidson. As we have a look at the referees for this one, Brittany Young, Michaela Sharp, and Lachey Kingi Makavana. Ryan, when you look at this Westlake team from 1 to 12, there's just so many standouts, but who are the key players you're looking for in this one?
You're right, Westlake are stacked with talent. We've got Mackenzie Chatfield, who's returning from leading the junior tall ferns over in India. She's averaging 20 points a game. And then Izzy Pugh. Unfortunately, she didn't make the junior tall ferns, but she's really come out in this tournament trying to prove the selectors wrong that she deserved to be on that trip. And she's currently 5th in the tournament, averaging 23 points. So Izzy and Mackenzie Chatfield for Westlake girls.
Izzy Pugh, former North Cross standout, and did so well as well for the Harbour Breeze in the D-League that was up on Auckland's North Shore. As we see The Whangarei girls coming to the court as well. And they are just culture plus, aren't they, that Whangarei girls team?
Yeah, they certainly play hard. They don't have a number of players on the bench, so the starting five are asked to do a lot of work, and they can produce.
And the next generation of Cameron's always exciting to see. Tarina Cameron, granddaughter of Mata, niece of Pero, Ray and Jody, daughter of Jeannie, as we get underway. And it's going to be Mackenzie Chatfield with the ball. And just loses the ball there early into the hands of Tarina Cameron. As away come Whangarei girls into their first set.
Westlake dropping back into the zone. They like to switch it up a bit.
Out and no good, but offensive rebound from Mackenzie Chatfield. And she's going to go to the line early.
Early speed from Amy Pateman. She was a member of the New Zealand under-17 girls, and she has all-world speed. Unfortunately missed that layup. Mackenzie Chatfield in the right place, right time, and wins a trip to the free throw line.
Chatfield there makes the first. Multi-talented athlete across a number of sports, but it seems like she's deciding to make basketball her priority.
She's got a very bright future, that's for sure.
Great kick ahead there. Open Kuruwhiwhi Toru is long, and that's going to be still Whangarei girls' ball.
The Westlake pressure forcing Whangarei girls into a quick three-point attempt.
Again, their zone swarming from Westlake girls. Cross-court pass works out. Foot race, Chatfield. Oh, what a spin move and finish with the left hand.
Mackenzie with the first 4 points for Westlake girls. Extended pressure forcing a turnover. Amy Pateman with a nice layup.
Impressive talent, Amy Pateman. As look at the speed this game's already being played at. Rebound Chatfield again. And let's see if they run something. They're still going to push it. What a kick ahead, pass and finish.
Something that stood out to me for Mackenzie Chatfield over in India was she has some of the best vision going around for a point guard. Can easily look off defenders and drop the dime, as we saw in that last possession for Westlake.
Kuruwhiwhi Toru attempt is short. What a pass though. Falling out of bounds, cross court. Blocked Izzy Pugh. And again, out come Westlake girls with the left hand up and in. Chatfield, what a star. And I feel, Ryan, like she's trying to up her points per game. Currently averaging 20. I'll try and push that to 25 by the end of this game.
Yeah, the way Westlake's been winning, they've been blowing out a lot of teams, so they probably haven't been playing as many minutes as what they would normally in close games. Now that saves fresh legs for the business end of the tournament, as Whangarei girls have to take a timeout.
So what's the key reason for this timeout? Because I feel like they're getting decent shots. Is it just composure with the passing?
Yeah, the Westlake girls like to get up in the passing lanes, put a bit of pressure, and those turnovers are allowing easy baskets. Conversely, Ray Cameron were talking about making sure we get great looks, perhaps some paint touches. I've taken a lot of one-pass threes, and then making sure that when we shoot, we get some good D-trans. We don't allow these leak-out points, as we see on the replay.
Early stat leaders, Mackenzie Chatfield with 8, and then Rebecca Moores and Amy Pateman, 2 apiece. Haven't yet seen Izzy Pugh, who's the 5th leading scorer in the tournament with 23 a game.
Is credited with a block and a steal, though.
The key stats.
What were your thoughts on Kavana Lenny's performance in the previous game?
Absolutely huge. I thought she was going to be the 2nd or the 3rd option for St Andrews, but she almost became the focal point and made the decisive plays that settled the matchup.
Yeah, she certainly stuffed the stat sheet, that's for sure.
Here is Tarina Cameron up top. Lovely up fake, Kuruwhiwhi Toru attempt. No good, but the foul is called. And that's a positive start for Whangarei girls out of the timeout.
Jayla Clayton committing the hudder. not what Coach Bronwyn Davidson will be looking for, fouling a 3-point shooter. This young lady at the line I've been really impressed with. I hadn't had anything to do with her before this tournament, and Kayama Tahiti's skills have really impressed me. She's got a lot of talent.
Well, there is a lot of talent north of Auckland. We the North has been the mantra to see Coach Ray Cameron. But it's cool, isn't it? With such a wide area in Northland to be able to bring together some of the best talent.
Yeah, both Mahina Wairau and Tarina Cameron spent time in the wider training squad for the under-17 girls that just went over to the World Champs. So their talent's been identified.
There is Cameron up the top. Working around. Great little bounce passes there. Cameron, Kurufifi Toru is good. And Whangarei girls on a 6-0 run out of the Ray Cameron timeout. He knew what he was doing when he took that one as Chatfield tried to find Pugh, just throws it over the top.
Yeah, Mackenzie would like that one back. She'd rather work around the perimeter and create an angle for Izzy to use, make it a bit of a shorter pass.
1-2-2 trap here from Westlake girls, just slowing Whangarei girls up as they bring it over half court. Trap almost worked and the foul is called. Chatfield just a step too late there to try and get that steal, and all she could do was make contact.
Whangarei will be looking for another quality position for the third trip down the court in a row. Chatfield with the tip to slow them down. You can hear Ray Cameron telling the Whangarei girls to fake a pass before they make a pass to get the defense to jump out.
There is Coach Ray. As the third team foul is committed by Westlake. And it's tough, isn't it, Ryan? Because you'd be stoked to getting another team in foul trouble, but with the depth that Westlake girls have got, they can just roll out more and more players. Yeah,
it's a tough one when you face such a talented team like Westlake, but if they can get some of their key pieces like Chatfield and Pugh in a bit of foul trouble, and then they're relying on people to make plays that don't normally make plays, it could pay some dividends.
Great pass into Moores, in and out.
The unorthodox step through, gets her own rebound though, and puts it in.
Her older siblings, Jess and James, both playing at Colorado State. Pretty cool, isn't it, to have siblings in the same Division 1 team?
Yeah, it'll be a nice slice of home back in your American city. And another foul committed, this time on Izzy Pugh. So 4 of the 5 starters for Westlake will have one personal foul. With still 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
And it's good, isn't it, for semi-finals and finals, having that third referee, an extra pair of eyes, just to keep everyone on track?
Yeah, I did notice that in the first boys semi-final, that the third referee was out there and allowed them to focus on smaller areas of the court.
So here comes Chatfield for Westlake Girls High School, up 14-8 early in girls semi-final number 2. Winner takes on St Andrews. There's a jump shot, no good. Pugh up short again. Strap for the rebound. And back into the hands of Chatfield. Lovely little up fake and jump shot from the mid-range.
Outside of Chatfield's vision, I really like her poise. In hectic positions like that, she just really knows how to settle it down. Notice the extended pressure just even in the zone of Westlake. They're picking up just over half court, make it really hard for...
As another foul is called.
Yeah, making it hard for Whangarei to get a flow. 13. So that's Rebecca's second foul. It's going to force an early sub from Coach Davidson.
Well, it's tough, isn't it? Because then the offense, they've got to take another step back. So should they break down that first defender, the defense still has that little bit of extra time to rotate around and say hello to the Westlake boys who are coming to support their sister school.
Yeah, that extended pressure creates longer passes, sometimes that ability to run through, and we saw that in the first couple of possessions with some breakout layups from Westlake girls. Whangarei
doing a great job here. 16-10. just nearly halfway through this first quarter. And Chatfield loses the handle again.
Chatfield's 4th turnover. She certainly won't be happy about that.
As we see the introduction of Holly Williams for Westlake girls. Her mother actually used to run the Takapuna Intermediate basketball. Cameron deep. Kurufifi Toru.
Didn't have much of a choice there. The shot clock was running down and they needed to get an attempt up.
So here comes Chatfield after the pass from Williams. Bit of extended pressure as well. Pass over the top to Izzy Pugh. And blocking foul.
I thought that was going to go
the other way.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at it.
Yeah, it's a tough one. You could have made cases for both the offense and the defense committing the foul there. However, Izzy Pugh at the line, looking for her first couple of points.
And I think that might have been Coach Ray Cameron's question to the referee was, well, if I take the contact, of course my hands are going to come down.
Exactly.
It's one of those tough calls, isn't it?
Yeah, if you get smacked in the solar plexus, it's hard not to bring those arms down and commit the foul with your hands.
Full court pressure again. Cameron does a wonderful job of avoiding it. And here come the Whangarei girls, down 7.
Good ball movement.
Cameron short again, almost a wedgie.
She can make that shot. I saw her last night nail a few of those to keep Rotorua at bay.
Well, there's one thing you never do on the basketball court, is it? You doubt a Cameron. Great pass and beautiful finish from Sarah Moores.
Yeah, really nice touch pass from Holly Williams there.
And the kick-head pass worked out. Tarina, I think, thought that ball was about to go out, not to be. Great drive. What a pass to Cameron. The extra pass as well. But good scrambling defense from Westlake girls. And that's the toughest thing, isn't it, against Westlake, is you've got to make sure you get back so quickly in transition.
Yeah, Amy, they secure the rebound. Amy Pateman's off to the race and draws the huddle on Whangarei girls, looking to extend their lead to double digits. I think Ray Cameron would be happy with the shot they got on offense. They were wide open late. They just rolled off the tupper.
Well, the ball movement's been so good, hasn't it, from Whangarei girls? Really just trying to tire this Westlake girls team out, force them to go deep into their very deep bench.
Yep.
Misses both, but an offensive rebound from Moores. Chatfield can't leave her open for Kurufifi Toru.
She's got an all-round game, Chatfield. She can shoot it.
Here is Cameron just working things around. 5-out offense here for Whangarei girls. Trying to use some cutters to move defenders around.
Nice ball movement.
Beautiful shot there from Whangarei girls. Doing a good job here, down at 22-13, but you got to take care of cutters like Chatfield. You can't give her too many easy shots at the free throw lines. We have another look at that. Just finding.
Easy call for the refs there as Tarina Cameron commits the hutter. With such a small bench, Whangarei girls have got to be careful not to get themselves into foul trouble. Mahina Waida was what he committed to, and that was Tarina's first.
As Chatfield makes both. And not just a great talent on the court, but such a well-spoken young woman as well, Mackenzie Chatfield.
Yeah, she's super critical about her own play, but in a way that she just wants to learn and get better. And she was named the captain of the New Zealand Under-18, in which she did a really good job leading the group over in India.
As Chatfield again leaves that one short. It's interesting, isn't it? Sometimes there is a place for negative talk if it's used in a constructive way. Oh, great extra pass. The Kurufifi Toru is long. Rebound at Chatfield.
She's doing it all at the moment, Chatfield.
And the spacing there just a little bit short from Westlake. Would like to see them run a bit wider. As Williams tries to save it. Oh, great hands.
Pateman with a bit of a rush shot there. Coach Davidson would like to see probably some more patience shown by Amy Pateman as Whangarei bring the ball up.
Just slowly working it around methodically. Whangarei girls. Oh, what a kick to the corner.
There it is, Karina Cameron with a three-pointer.
And I love the patience as Westlake girls forced into a timeout. And you'd have to think Coach Bronwyn Davidson wouldn't have used many in this tournament.
No, I think they've established big leads early and that allows them to flow, but Northland's sticking around here. For the first half of this quarter, they lived at the free throw line, and now they're getting some better quality looks and nailing a couple of threes.
And always a big fan whenever I see lollies being dished out around the school bench. And it's great to see Mata Cameron here, isn't it? Mother of Ray, Pero, Jeannie and Jody.
Yeah, that family support for the Whangarei girls must be impactful. And we saw that at the beginning of the game with a group huddle between the players, the coaches and the families, just wishing everyone the best for the big semi-final.
As we have a look at the crowd, and we can see some more Moors there in the background. Money Matt Moores, we like to see him. Emma K. Schroeder's mum, Tanja, in the crowd as well as Tony Pugh. And Danette Daly, one of the referee coordinators, done a wonderful job in this tournament, haven't they, the referees? And Catherine Jealous, just having a conversation with some of the referees, putting their feet up. One of the few times I've seen Catherine actually take a break this entire tournament.
Yeah, it must be nice for the volunteers and the referees come this into the tournament. There's only one game on. They can actually sit down and enjoy the basketball as a fan, not as a volunteer.
It's quite a nice touch what they've done this year. I don't remember if they did in 2019, but just to have the semi-finals a standalone game so everyone else can come and watch, it's a pretty special thing.
Yeah. Ideally, it's in the perfect world, it's the four best teams, and we've got some good quality teams on the show, so everyone should be down here enjoying the spectacle.
Williams out of the corner, short. Goes and hustles for the rebound, but that's going to go Whangarei girls ball, and that's going to be two shots. Westlake already in the bonus, and Whangarei doing a good job if they can get it here to a two-possession game with 1:30 to play in the first quarter.
The score bench is holding up too, so both Izzy Pugh and Rebecca Moores, the starting bigs for Westlake girls, are on 2 fouls in the second quarter. So something that Bronwyn Davids is going to have to manage for the rest of the game.
As we see the introduction of one of the Richardson twins.
Mahina Waidau missing the first.
The Richardson twins have been coached for many years by Zach Fitzgerald, former Westlake Boys High School student and coach, was captain of their team in 2008, now runs Hoop 33 as a foul is called on the Kuruwhiwhi Toru attempt, and that's a bit of a killer for the momentum.
Yeah, I thought that was a really rush shot by Westlake. They usually get through their sets quite well, so a bit of a bailout by the Whangarei defence.
And makes the first, gets a bit of the rim.
And Maya Fotu, chance for free throws here.
Her father, Nella, is one of the assistant coaches. And cousin Anton Siusu will be playing tonight for Rosmini College, so very talented family.
There any relation of Ella and Isaac?
I don't believe so.
Must just be the name.
Just the name. I can check with the Fotu family for you, but in and out. And that's going to stay Whangarei girls, and that's going to be shooting again. Looked like that was on Sarah Moore's.
Bit of a tough call there, but Whangarei again living at the free throw line. Just staying in touching distance of Westlake girls here in the first quarter. Mahina Wairau being the benefactor of most of these free throws. This will be her 8th attempt in only 9 minutes of action.
That's pretty impressive. I mean, usually you try to get to the line 8 times during the length of the game. As Tarina Cameron, great kick out. One extra pass was there, but no need when you can make a shot as sweet as that.
Whangarei really found a rhythm of these driving kicks and redrives, taking some good quality shots.
And you can hear the crowd is in behind Whangarei girls. And a kickball violation, well called there, but it's great, isn't it, when the crowd gets in behind the underdog?
Yeah, there's nothing like a good underdog story, pushing a heavily favoured team.
Great kick out to Chatfield. Just slows things down. 10 on the shot clock. Mid-range again. Too long. Kick out. Amir Fotu. In and out. But what a hustle play from Williams again, in and out.
Great footwork by Chatfield.
Hustle ball on the floor. Whangarei girls are going to have the last shot of quarter number 1.
Marina Wairau with all the effort plays there.
Here is Whangarei girls just working things around. 10 seconds to go. Stolen by Chatfield. Foul is called, and she's going to go to the line.
That is a massive foul in the context of the game. Mahina Wairau, who committed the hara, that's her 3rd. For a team that only has 7 total players in uniform. So Mahina is going to have to be super careful, probably for the next 20 minutes of action, or Ray Cameron's going to have to use his subs.
And now here is Tarina Cameron, 5 seconds to play. Kicks it ahead to her teammate. One dribble pull up is off the Papamuri. So quarter time here in girls semi-final number 2. The winner takes on St. Andrews College. Ryan Doubledam, what are some of the statistics that have stood out to you?
Okay, so a lot of fouls called in that first quarter. We have 2 players in foul trouble for Whangarei girls, both Tarina Cameron with 2 and Mahina Wairau with 3. And then both of Westlake's bigs, Izzy Pugh and Rebecca Moore's on 2. Outside of that, Mackenzie Chatfield has stuffed the stat sheet in the first quarter. She has 16 points, 3 boards, 4 steals, an assist, and then the only one should be hard on herself about, she's had 4 turnovers. But she's been doing it all for the Westlake girls team.
Whangarei girls have done a superb job getting to 20 points, or just about with 19. What have they done so well, and what's something that they could improve on to try and pull this even further back?
Look, they're punishing Westlake's extended zone by getting into the paint, causing it to collapse and kick out threes. They've hit 3 of 7, like 42%. You'd live with that. So if they can keep getting quality shots like that, that 19 points in the quarter is fine. Giving up 28, probably not ideal. Ray Cameron probably speaking about that right now. And some of that comes off turnovers. They've turned the ball over 8 times. If they can take better care of the basketball, stop those leak outs with a high chance of going in, then they can really get and hold Westlake to 23, 22, 21 points while maintaining their 19 and try and get some scoreboard pressure on this heavily favoured Westlake team.
Just about done here in quarter time as we see Westlake girls, and how sharp is Nella Fotu looking with the tie as well. The Westlake girls tie. Lovely to see assistant coaches getting into it.
Yep. Big game. Everyone's out for the occasion. Just up to the 9s.
Out come Whangarei girls as well. It's going to be their ball, so a big chance here. Make a statement early, score off this possession, and potentially it could be a 2-possession game.
Yep, Rebecca Moore's out there risking the 3rd foul. We've got Amy Payman back in for Westlake girls.
Again, their zone, and quite active as well from Westlake girls, but there's a little driving zone and another foul. And you wonder who this might be on. It is going to be on 10, Jayla Clayton.
Good to see Kayama Tahiti getting downhill. She settled for a couple of contested shots early in the first quarter, so getting her moving off the ball, allowing her to get some good quality looks and start to creep towards her average of almost 23 points a game.
Just leaves that one short, as Lily Fotu just saw herself on the big screen and looked away. Makes that one, and they've actually done quite a good job from the free throw line now. 9 of 14. Getting there early and often. Is another steal here for Whangarei girls. Just working it around through Cameron. The passing cut to the weak side, and the right idea, Ryan Doubledam.
Yes, the right pass, just not the execution, not quite there. A little bit out of Tahiti's range. Westlake, patient through their sets. Pateman for 3.
Leaves that one short, and it's going to be Whangarei girls' ball. Holding Westlake scoreless through the first minute. And this is going a little bit against the grain, as we've seen now a 2-2-1 pressure from Westlake girls. Trying to trap Karen, but she keeps running. Finds an open teammate in the corner off the rim. And out comes Chatfield again, the do-it-all guard for Westlake girls. And what a shot there from Morse.
Friendly roll off the tupper.
I liked it though. She just sized up what was happening and then decided she'd shoot it herself. Good ball movement. One more was needed for Whangarei girls. There's the extra pass. Open Kurufifi Toru is good. Whack!
The crowd goes wild as they cut the lead to 7.
And out of bounds. A bit worried with the steal attempt that potentially there's going to get called for a foul, but a timeout is on the floor for Whangarei girls. And Ryan Doubledam, I'm also a little bit surprised with this, given that they've started the brighter of the two teams in the second quarter.
Yeah, they're just playing with a lot of energy. I think almost Westlake zone suits Whangarei girls to a degree. They're getting the strong drives downhill. Then do I take my layup, or is the defense collapse and I'm looking for kickouts? That was their 4th make from the 3-point range of 8 attempts. So 50% from the field. Now the question is, can they sustain that?
What about Westlake girls? Is that almost a reprieve that timeout's been taken by Whangarei girls? Is there things that Bronwyn Davidson would want to clean up?
Yeah, their last walk-up possession, Bronwyn probably wouldn't be very happy with the shot they took, so perhaps some adjustments there, or just a really calming timeout. So perhaps a timely one for Westlake girls. As the referees call time in. So it'll be Westlake ball, baseline, 16 seconds on the clock. Kenzie Chatfield to do the organising.
Are you a fan of that, Ryan, putting the point guard as the inbounder?
It all depends on what you run. So if you, the team before Stack, they put their best shooter because it's a decoy for having a shooter coming out of bounds.
And one, Izzy Pugh, showcasing why she's one of the leading scorers in this tournament.
Right there, you saw the classic screener, and they just had Mackenzie, who's the best decision maker, make the decisions.
Sign of good coaching. Put your best decision makers in the decision making processes. Pugh converts that one back out to a 10-point lead here for Westlake Girls High School in semi-final number two, of the 2022 AA Championships. Great trap there from Westlake Girls, but Whangarei Girls, good patience.
Westlake been super aggressive.
And that's going to be 2 shots. Interesting call there from the baseline referee. Thought that was going to be
fouls on 10.
Jayla Clayton once again.
See if we get a replay. Let's see what we can see here.
Just caught her arm.
Bit inconclusive. But yeah, they forced a really tough shot. And if Clayton could have kept their hands out, there would have been a really good defensive position by Westlake.
That's going to be Jayla Clayton's third. Makes the second 8-point game here. Whangarei girls trying to play spoiler. But can you have an underdog when there's a Cameron involved?
That's a great question.
Big steal again, run out. 2-on-1 opportunity, but Westlake girls do such a good job of disrupting the ball and getting bodies back. A sign of good team spirit.
Nice tip there by Chatfield as Cameron tried to slow it down and get the ball moving for Whangarei.
And a shout out to the Sacred Heart boys team who are watching this back at their hotel, cheering on the Whangarei girls.
It'd be nice to see some of these boys teams down here just celebrating this basketball festival we have.
And there's going to be a foul on the court. Was that 13?
That's 13, that's her third, and here comes the sub, sister for sister. Yeah, so we got some interesting foul situations going on. We've got two Westlake bigs on three and a couple of guards from Whangarei.
And another foul. That's again on a Moors.
Westlake's fourth team foul, so any foul after this will be shots as a timeout is called. Not sure by which team.
That would have been by Westlake girls, as both teams have now used all their timeouts.
7 minutes with no timeouts is a long time. So
well, it's a funny one. You always like to have one on the holder, don't you? Because if the other team's used up their timeouts, you can come up with some adjustments, especially in the second quarter, that they can't really stop the flow to talk about it.
yeah, it's really interesting. There's some theories going around that there's a 7-point margin. If it gets out close to 7, if you're down by 7, you want to take a timeout, or if your 7-point lead starts to evaporate, you need to take a timeout. But each coach has got their own theories, and we'll be playing the next 7 minutes of basketball with no timeouts. So we'll see who it favours, if it favours anyone.
It's always interesting, isn't it, how you're only allowed a minute from the time that the timeout is called to talk to your team, but the referee's very kindly being quite lenient with that timing.
Yeah, that's one thing I think we talked about the other day, that if we could get closer to international basketball where it's quite stringent on the time that we use, that we can get the game flowing a bit faster, and that puts more emphasis on the communication from the coaches to their players in a short period of time.
Looks like a 3-2 look here from Westlake girls. Strong defense there from Williams.
Nice.
Extra pass to the corner. Oh, they look good. Every time there's the extra pass, I always think that's going to be good.
Nice rebound there and box out by Sarah Morse.
Here is Holly Williams into the corner. Pateman. Tough look. Great wall up from Whangarei girls. And always good when the offense initiates the contact for it not to be called. Corner. Kurufifi Toro attempt. They're getting the shots, aren't they, Whangarei girls?
Great hustle by Tarina Cameron there, keeping that play
I
alive.
would have loved for that extra hustle to be rewarded. Great kick ahead to Pugh. And it's helpful, isn't it, having the tallest player on the court?
Good patience by Pugh as well, just to grab a balance and go back up strong.
Cameron just passes behind her teammate. Oh, way to get through. We've got, that's a tough 8-second call. Correctly made, though.
Good pressure by Westlake as they wrestle back the momentum. Chance to extend the lead to 12 or 13 here. 14 on the clock.
Williams up the top. Into a little on-ball screen there out of the corner. Roll by Pugh, but well defended from Whangarei girls. Williams, little floater. Off the tapa and the turapa. Taken by Whangarei girls, and you can't make those mistakes when you're down. Extra pass.
How's that anticipation by Holly Williams?
A very good sportswoman in her own right. She's a very strong rugby player as well. And travel is called for Whangarei girls.
Just that extended pressure of perhaps being in the passing lane, giving Whangarei girls the second guess, and why Pare Riti dragging that pivot foot. Strong.
Hugh again, showcasing why she's one of the leading scorers in this tournament. Had a very strong D-League as well for the Harbour Breeze. Coached by Sunny Tuapura, who we're going to see later on tonight as assistant coach for Rosmini College. Oh, lovely rip and go. And what a bounce pass and finish. The cut set that all up, didn't it?
Beautiful cut by Tarina Cameron.
Here comes Chatfield. Whangarei girls still got a 10-point game. What a passing movement from Westlake girls. That's what we've come to see all week.
Number of nice passes by Westlake girls right there.
Whangarei girls just slowing it down at the moment, down 12. And I'd like to see at some stage, I know they're using 5 out against the zone as Cameron leaves that one short, but if they could just get a cutter into the high post who can make decisions there and find the open shooter, it'll go a long way.
Whangarei do have the players for that. Tarina Cameron's good at making decisions, and Mahina is well versed on playing the inside of the zone.
As we see, that's exactly what Westlake do out of the high post. Lovely little screen there for the open. Kurufifi Toru, Mackenzie Chatfield.
That was a really nice set. You flashed Izzy Pugh to the high post, had a cut. Mackenzie Chatfield comes out, Amy Payton, a little pin down screen, wide open 3, and then they force a turnover.
That pass was tipped from the looks of things though.
Almost forced.
As the New Zealand Carbon Farming Science taken out, one of our lovely sponsors this week. Great crossover kick to the corner. Cameron.
It's his spot. Unfortunately, she missed that one.
Looked good from up in the commentary booth as she gets the steal. A real live wire, Tarina Cameron. Great kick into the corner. Nearly got the cutter as well. What a spin move.
One more.
Well, you can see the Cameron DNA, can't you, all over this team. Ray's done a fantastic job of moulding this group of fine young wahine. Bodies on the floor, maybe a pushing foul there, and it's going to end up a kickball violation.
Bodies go flying. It's a hustle for the basketball. Jump ball goes the way of Whangarei girls.
So we have another look at Chatfield pushing it ahead. Finds Pugh.
Just not quite far enough in front of her to run on.
And correct call, I think, there. Izzy Pugh's foot just extending out. As Tarina Cameron's going to take a break for the last 3.5 minutes, you'd think. Here is Whangarei girls working the ball again. That baseline shot has been there whenever they want it. And if they start converting on those Ryan Double Dam, it's going to be a very good finish to this game.
Yeah, a couple of threes go down like that, they will eat their way back into this lead and get back into the ball game. Nice defensive rebound by Mihina Wado.
Little trap there, but they just needed that third player, didn't they, to complete it. Great little,
nice.
What a driving kick. I've just been so impressed from Whangarei girls finding the open play every single time on those drives.
Both teams are showing us some really good passing skills. As Tahiti gets herself back to the line. This will be Whangarei girls' 16th and 17th free throws attempts of the game.
We saw Amir Fotu, who's back on the court for Westlake girls number 9, was asking the Fotus, Manu Fotu, who's father of Isaac, Aladan and Jacob, if there was a relation, and he said they're probably cousins somewhere.
Maybe it's just a name that makes some good basketballers, eh?
Here is Chatfield, just working it round. And the right idea
Just splits the difference there. Had two players and went right between the middle of them.
I don't think she could decide properly which one she wanted to pass to.
If I was here, I would have gone Chatfield. She's been shooting the lights out so far. But that gives the chance. Dead ball turnover is always better than live ball turnovers. It allows you to set up the defences. Westlake in there 2-2-1.
What a kick ahead pass. Makes the extra run, but good swarming defense from Westlake girls to get back in transition out of that trap. Floater is good. And Whangarei girls refusing to go away. 42-30 Westlake, 2.5 to play.
Have a chance here to get it under, as I say, they get it under 10 as they get up in M1.
Lovely pass to Hannah Richardson from Chatfield. And when you got a position like that, it's always going to be an easy call for the referee. So we have another look at it on the action replay. Great cut and finish, and she's just realised she's up on the big screen.
Watching herself shoot free throws. One way to put them off.
I was asking Carl Neuer, who's assistant coach for Takapuna Grammar, because they've had two games out on this court, if that was a distraction at all. He seemed to think no, but proving otherwise at the moment. There is Whangarei girls. Westlake back into that zone. Pateman leading it up the top. Oh, great movement off the ball. But good defense there from Westlake.
Oh, nice anticipation.
And what a kick ahead pass to Pateman. But again, Chatfield is just everywhere. She does everything for this team.
Nice little pass fake. Oh,
that's going to be shooting. That's on 15, Amy Pateman. That is going to be foul number 2.
Yeah, they'd want that back. That's a foul 70 feet away from the basket, resulting in 2 free throws with Whangarei.
As Tarina Cameron back into the game for Mahine Kukutai Wairau. Makes the first. Ryan Miles Pierce actually pointed out to me, and it's been on my mind ever since, on the free throws these days, it's very fashionable for, during the first free throw, the team still to huddle up, have a talk about things, and then line up for the second one.
Yeah, it makes sense for, after a foul like that, they have a time as a group to talk about what's been going on over the last few possessions, let the leaders communicate some ideas.
As a bucket from Amia Fotu. That's all in the name, isn't it, Ryan? Double down.
Yeah. If you're a photo, you're going to go far in basketball.
Here are Whangarei girls down 16. Can they get a little bit of momentum?
Good contest.
Ball still live. Rebound at Chatfield. That's going to be rebound number 7. Already with 19 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists.
They got 4. Along with 5 steals. And we're not even at half time yet.
Taught her everything she knows in the one training I had with her last year for the Breeze, which wasn't very much. Here is Pateman, finds a great cutter. And the twin connection pays off for Westlake girls, now up 20 points.
Yeah, they had a chance to almost get it under 10 before, and just like that, Westlake have got it out to 20.
And again, Richardson tried to find Pateman.
Yeah, they had a lane for one dribble kick there, and she just held on for a bit too long. Westlake do keep the ball here. 20 seconds on the baseline, on the free throw, baseline inbounds. Kinsey through the gap.
Great work here is Chatfield, open shot. And it's not often you get away with leaving a shooter of the quality of Mackenzie Chatfield open.
Shot clock is off. Whangarei girls should have the last position.
Cameron is fouled, and that's a good call. She stood still. It would have been a good no call, but because the defender just moved slightly.
Yeah, foul on Chatfield. Tarina Cameron to the line for 2 shots.
As we have another look at it, and yep, good call. Defender wasn't square. Cameron makes the first, back to 19.
Westlake will have 14 seconds for the last position. Cameron
makes the second. And away come Westlake girls with the final shot of the first half of girls semi-final number 2. Here's Chatfield, finds Pateman for 3. Can they get it up? And Amir Fotu is judged to be out of bounds. So 2 seconds on the clock, time to run something here.
Enough time for 2 dribbles and a Hail Mary, especially if you can catch it on the run.
Cameron surveying, finds a runner.
Oh.
Extra pass. Ooh, no good. So before we go into our commercial break for halftime, we had a bit of an extended interview with Ray Cameron, and he had a very special message that he's going to pass on, and then we're going to go into our commercial break.
So, there's always been a theme or something that we try and attach ourselves to, because it's not just about us. We represent an area that is decimated with suicide, youth suicide. And our team's been a metaphor for seven young, beautiful ladies. They put everything on their back to actually make as far as they can in a tournament that I know has been a prestigious one for years, but hard to actually make it this far. And so for those young females, young people out there that are struggling, come join us. We're trying to climb this mountain together. We want to make sure that you know that we're thinking of you guys during this tournament, during this tour, during this run, because we got to battle against ourselves. Westlake is a proven competition. They're well known. They're favourites right now, and so we want to take that into this game. So come join us. Come join the 7. Kia ora.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling, technology, or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you.
We're going to go once. We're going twice.
And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Bailey's finding buyers that others can't.
Kia ora, Lauren Hiblay here from the Tall Ferns. We're out here in Flaxmere Park in Hawke's Bay. We've just opened up this new basketball court for hoops and parks. It's really cool to provide the tamariki with somewhere to go, somewhere to be physically active, play a bit of basketball with their friends. Good asset to the community, especially for those young ones who want to get amongst basketball. So yeah, it's really cool to see us open this new facility in this park that is just beautiful in Hawke's Bay.
Kia ora, Pierre Cameron here. Just want to talk a little bit about the Hoops in Parks and the Hoops in Schools program. It's been amazing. The return on investment is priceless. The accessibility for all the kids and the tamariki to get in here and enjoy themselves, especially through these trying times, been amazing. And just to get outside, you know, it's pretty awesome walking outside and seeing this kind of ballpark available. It's great, especially in these times.
Kia ora whānau, Peliri Oli here, Councillor for Flaxmere Ward, Hastings District Council. I'm here to support the initiative today, Hoops and Parks. Very, very amazing result, and it's encouraging our people to come and spend time here, and especially together with the youth. I encourage other councils to jump on board. Yeah.
Kia ora, my name's Tiatu. Really enjoyed it here at the Flaxmere Courts. And looking forward to play again.
We've been waiting for the courts to open for a while now. Now that they're up, I'm glad that they're here for an activity after school. And yeah.
I like that the courts are purple.
What I like about the court is that it's different to many other courts in Flaxmere.
I like these courts because they're in a good position from if you want to go to the park or come here. And I like it because it's easy to bounce the ball and take easy shots.
My name's Ricky Lee. Shout out to everyone that made these courts happen, and yeah, me Naz.
No time to fluff around today? No worries. Just swing into Caltex and pay for fuel with Pay an App to speed on through. Ooh, yeah. Feels good. Use it at your local participating Caltex.
Welcome back as we see the Westlake boys back on the big screen. And Ashton Millwood happy to be. Everyone else trying to just hide themselves. Andrew Horrocks alongside Ryan Doubledam. Ryan, what are some of the statistics that have stood out to you in that first half?
So yeah, taking a look at the box score, Westlake have 13 points from turnovers and 12 second chance points. So if Whangarei want to creep themselves back into the game, they're going to have to do a better job of boxing out Westlake, the bigger Westlake girls team, and then making sure they're not throwing live ball turnovers, allowing for leak-outs. Conversely, if we have a look at Whangarei girls, at one point they were 4 from 8 from the 3-point line. They're currently 4 from 14, so they've really dropped off. So I would like to see them keeping the pressure on Westlake girls and getting back to that free throw line where they have already 21 shot attempts. And by getting the free throw line, it will stop the clock. They can chip away at the lead, and as long as they take care of business on the defensive end and box out and get those boards, they can get themselves in.
So Westlake to get us back underway through Izzy Pugh.
Good, strong, quick move, just unfortunately didn't go in.
And you like to see that, don't you? The decisiveness from young athletes.
Great defense there by Hannah Richardson, forcing a really tough shot.
Here is Pateman up the top. Step back, there's still a 2. But a gorgeous step back from Amy Pateman. Great trap as well. And the Kurufifi Toru attempt is good. Ryan, you talked about that in your little analysis, and away they go. Whangarei girls.
Kioma Tahiti's showing why she's averaging 23 points a game in this tournament.
Fotu there, long on that one. Away come Whangarei girls, trying to chip away at this lead. It doesn't have to all come at once, but they can just get 5 points it's a point a minute.
I really like to see Tarina go to work there. She has the bigger Izzy Pugh on her, and so she can get downhill into the paint.
5 seconds on the shot clock. Got to create something up against Holly Williams. Kick out, put up the shot. Leaves that one short into the hands of Richardson.
Chances for Whangarei to be a lot more aggressive in that position, but Westlake do a good job forcing a long 2.
Here is Holly Williams up the top. Into Richardson. Oh, the cut was wide open as well. Pugh with the mid-range game, and not just a post player, is she?
Yeah, showing that she can step out and hit that 18-footer.
Here comes Cameron. Oh, lovely little dish pass into the wing. Whangarei girls into the corner. Cameron in and out. And those are the type of looks that need to start going down for Whangarei girls to give themselves a chance up against this deep, deep Westlake girls high school team.
Amy Pateman just slowing it down. It's Izzy Pugh from the free throw line this time, just long off the tupper.
Here comes Tarina Cameron for Whangarei girls. Lovely kick into the corner. Thought about it. As you see, a little exchange there.
Yeah, I'd really like to see Whangarei girls try and really get a paint touch. Whether it results in a shot at the rim or a kick out 3, if they can get the ball on the inside.
Well, we saw in the first half, they were so effective when they were driving and then kicking, having cutters as well off the ball. Westlake was struggling to contain them. Is a lovely finish there from Amia Fotu.
Speaking of cutters, a nice cut by Fotu.
Oh, travel called there. I thought that one was pretty tough.
Let's see if we get a replay. We'll see if the correct call was made. Anyhow, it's regardless. It's Westlake ball. Sideline out of bounds. As Mackenzie Chatfield returns from her first break of the game.
Referee there just asking for 14 on the shot clock.
Front court turnover.
Here is Chatfield getting things underway. Williams back to Chatfield. Ah, shifty move. And shifted herself out of the ball, and away comes Cameron, showing a burst of speed. Just working the ball around there.
There we go, there's that paint touch. A little bit out of control though.
But I like the aggressiveness from it.
Westlake out, off into transition as Whangarei a little bit slow getting back. Chatfield will go to the free throw line after the Hara was committed to shoot her 7th and 8th free throw.
converts the first. Always nice, isn't it, to have a safe pair of hands at the free throw line?
Not sure what she's shooting from the tournament. I expect it to be north of 80%, which is what any coach would like to see.
Lovely commentator's curse there from Ryan Doubledam.
Let's put the jinx on there.
Oh, great cross-court pass, open. Kurufifi Toru is short, but they're getting the looks, aren't they, Ryan?
Yeah. They just need to see a couple go in, I think, and then hopefully it'll open up for them. That may create some wider driving lanes as well. Pateman at the top of the key. Jab step, 3. Bit contested.
Love the use of a good old-fashioned jab step, though, don't you? Oh, lovely little crossover.
I tell you who uses the jab really well is Merrick Realstone. He's got a nice little 1-2 jab and he kind of shimmies away, and he does a really good job of getting downhill.
He's so shifty for he's only 4th form as well. Is he still the leading leading scorer for the tournament? I believe he is.
Can have a quick look at that as Westlake get back to the free throw line.
As we have another look at the Williams cut. Just bummed out the way, but Izzy Pugh showing why she's such a dominant force for this Westlake girls team. 5th leading scorer in the tournament.
I can confirm that. Merrick Realstone is still the leading scorer at 31.5. A couple of points ahead of Tom Harrison.
Tom Harrison was massive this afternoon for Christ College.
Yeah, big win by them as they get to have a few more hours rest compared to their counterparts who are yet to play.
Yeah, 8 p.m. semi-final. That's a tough one.
Yeah, mind you, I'm sure the winning team, whoever wins it, will just be happy that they're in the final. But however, yeah, there's quite the difference in recovery time for the 2 finalists.
There's a discussion there between 24-second shot clock operator and referee. Shot clock to 14. And I like that little action there from Westlake as Pugh with a gorgeous layup again with the left hand.
Dominant on the inside. Nice trap. Wrong place to dribble the ball. And
Westlake well done from Amir Fotu. Maybe a future as a referee if she wanted to be.
It is basketball, right?
I was talking to Dylan Boucher actually this afternoon in a bit of my free time, and we were talking about, you know, people, even when they're finished playing, just finding ways to try and keep people involved in the game in any, even if it's just spectating and being around and helping out.
Yeah, it's always good to give back once playing days are over, and sometimes those days are done a lot quicker, like me and you, compared to some of the professional players like Dylan Boucher.
My playing days were done before they even started.
When you can't make the A team in your high school, it was...
I got that.
Had coaching written all over it.
I remember Ken Coulson's end of year speech was always, can we try and get 4 more inches of height each year, please, Andrew? Never eventuated. Here is Tarina Cameron. What high school were you educated at, Ryan?
The one and only Palmerston North Boys High School, just down the road here from Fly Palmy Arena.
I feel like it was almost a prerequisite for all the co-commentators to have gone to Palmy. Josh Thompson was there, Stacey Lambert as well.
Miles Pearce had an affiliation coaching them. Last time I think they made a national final with...
Yeah, 2016, Hayes Walker, Callum McRae. He actually showed me a photo of Callum McRae. Looking in very good shape.
Yeah, and going into his final year in college at Sacramento State after, I think, 3 seasons at UC Riverside.
Here is Westlake girls. Good defense once again, but the long Kurufifi Toru attempt is rebounded from Whangarei girls. Still time for a comeback.
Yeah, this game's loosened up a little bit, but Whangarei just having a little bit of trouble eating into this lead. That helps.
That's a massive Kurufifi Toru from Kiyama Tahiri.
So that gets us to 16 with 14 minutes to play in the game. See, there, almost a turnover
nearly a
forced by
steal.
Whangarei. And that's a dime by Chatfield. But
There is Tarina Cameron. Opportunity, puts on the Jets. And just dribbled off her foot. But I like the change of pace. Assessing things. Because it's smart. They've only got 7 players. They've got to pick and choose when they're going to use their speed as a smart timeout.
Yeah, just to give Whangarei girls a breather, yeah. It is tough when you've only got 7 players because you've got to conserve your energy, pick your battles. Tarina Cameron certainly had the strength advantage on that drive on Amy Pateman.
If you're Westlake girls, obvious favourites, still looking favourites to advance, but what are some of the things they're going to have to clean up if they're going to go up against St Andrews tomorrow?
The turnovers, it's not terrible. It's 12 with 13 minutes to go. Perhaps they're finishing around the basket. There's been some what you'd call bunnies that they haven't converted. And then the foul discipline. It's been better in the second quarter, but they committed a lot of fouls in the first quarter. Whangarei girls with 23 free throw attempts already. Some coaches would be happy with 23 for the game.
Well, it's good, isn't it? We see the referees there having a discussion. Just trying to figure out, if there's little things that they might need to adjust and sort out. There's some of the St Kitts boys. I thought they've actually had a pretty good tournament. St Kitts came in, although they were top seed from Zone 1.
Yeah, we all know that they lost their leading scorer, Dante, to Oak Hill Academy. So Aaron Young's done one hell of a job to rejig his team after losing their top scorer to get into the top 8. And I think they're flying off for 7th, 8th tomorrow after they lost a heartbreaker against Waimea College on the main court here today.
What a battle of the brains that was. Phil Jones versus Aaron Young. And they say they only use 10% of your brain. Well, they use 100% of their basketball brains.
That's for sure. Yeah, that if you had I know it wasn't live streamed, but the last 10, 12 seconds of gameplay where they had to draw out after timeout plays would be some good coaching.
Well, the great thing is, courtesy of Glory League, people at home can actually go back and rewatch all the games made available to the public through Glory League. So thank you so much to our proud partners. Great ball movement from Whangarei girls and just trying to wish the ball into the hoop. They could have got it to a 13-point game there. We are all on.
Yeah, game on. Still time though. That helps Westlake's cause. Nice drive by Amy Pateman, and Izzy is the recipient.
Well, Izzy Pugh doing such a good job of just setting up her body so that players have got a great target to pass to.
Quick shot. Quick shot there by Amy.
What a kick ahead though, lazy from Westlake girls. And a beautiful finish again from Taheri. It's funny, one team's got 12, one's got 7, but I feel like the team with 7's got more energy.
Yeah, I think they're feeding off the crowd. They've got a lot of support here from the far north, and they're really driving these girls on.
A 9-hour van drive it was from Whangarei down to Palmerston North. Cameron, what a feed! And the finish again.
That was really nice by Cameron, putting pressure on the defense, getting into the paint, help sets up, drop it off, easy 2 points.
If you're Westlake girls here, do you look at a timeout, or with 2 minutes to play, do you just ride this until 3/4 time?
I think up 14, if I'm Bronwyn.
Up 17 now, Amia Fotu. It's all in the name, Ryan Doubledam.
If I'm Bronwyn, that definitely helps. I would have let it get to 12 and then perhaps take a timeout, but no need for that.
Whangarei girls.
Yeah, nice drive.
Oh, that's a offensive foul, not called. But I tell you what they're doing so well is they're being so patient, aren't they? Finding the person they want to take the shot. Not letting Westlake hassle him as Pugh is fouled.
You can see why
this is on.
You can see why she's up there in the scoring. She just does her role so well, rim to rim, runners. The guards hit her in stride. She ducks in, posts up, good footwork, strong, and she's a chance to get her personal total to 18 points if she makes these 2 free throws.
Only 1 rebound shy as well of a double-double. Makes the first.
It's been a game of runs. Westlake had it out to 20. Whangarei almost had it back to 10 points, and just like that, it's back out to 19 as Westlake commit another foul.
Only Westlake's second team foul. They've done such a better job in this game of keeping their hands out and not allowing Whangarei girls trips to the line, where they've done such a good job in this game. But again, another kick out.
Tough shot.
Tough bucket.
One dribble to your left, contested 3, nothing but net. Yeah.
And Fotu stood out. And one thing I think Westlake girls could clean out, and they're going to need to tomorrow, is they're closing out too hard. Like, yes, you want to try and deny the shot, but it's just allowing the person to up fake, blow by them, and then pull up for an easy jump shot.
However, if you look ahead to tomorrow, St Andrews, Maddie Morrow, you probably want to run her off the line. So Bromwell wouldn't be too concerned about that.
Foul is called. And with 47 seconds to go, Whangarei girls are going to have another possession as well. Potential to make this a 10-point game at some point in the end of third quarter.
Yeah, it's an interesting point you bring up, because perhaps for Whangarei girls, you don't want to be running them off the line that hard. And then but you think about tomorrow that Kareri Atua Williams, she's a shooter. Maddie Morrow, perhaps second best shooter in the competition behind Maya Jones.
Oh, Story Sadler would like a word.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Story Sadler. And then we saw Kavana Lennick can knock down the long ball as well.
Isn't it pleasing to see teams have multiple shooting options who can all make it at a consistent clip?
Yeah, it really helps spread out the floor, and having multiple shooting options makes it hard for teams to stay in zones as well.
Here is Richardson, cross-court pass to Pateman. Oh, lovely find to Moore, steps through. Great body balance there, took the contact, stopped herself, and then stepped through for the layup.
Yeah, really nice patience there by Rebecca Morse.
So, holding
game clock in
1
rhythm.
second out, I think. And a steal there from Holly Williams. And a chance for an easy layup, and that's a 19-point lead. Whangarei girls, still time here for a quick shot. 3, 2. They're not going to get it up, are they? No, they're not. So, three-quarter time here at Fly Palmy Arena.
Nice backcourt pressure there to not allow Whangarei to get a Hail Mary attempt. Yeah, so really small game of runs, just going from like 12 to 19, back to 12, back to 19. Whangarei girls just can't quite get it under that magical 10-point mark.
And that's what they needed, and they needed to go 12 to 17, 10 to 15. But Westlake girls just showing why they're so experienced and came into this game as favourites.
Yeah, we look at Mackenzie Chatfield really dominated the first half with their 20 points, and in that quarter we had a couple of threes by Maya Fotu and Izzy Pugh just really dominating on the inside. So Westlake have the luxury of different people stepping up at different times in the game to make it really hard for them, for opposing teams to defend them.
Well, it's a joy, isn't it, as a coach, when you can play different styles, when you've got different personnel on the floor. You don't just have one style dictated by one player. It's, oh, this player's on the court, we'll play this way. This player's on the court, we'll play a different way.
Yeah, they've done a good job of mixing it up. They mixed up some nice half-court sets, moving the ball inside out of the zone, and then the pressure creating the light ball turnovers for easy run-outs.
As we see some young fans, almost like we're at a little concert, Ryan Double Dam.
Yeah, they're really getting into it, enjoyed the two games we've seen this game right now, and we've got the second semi-final for the AA boys, Rosmini College versus New Plymouth boys, who had an epic comeback last night. I don't know if you heard about that. New Plymouth boys were down 9, about a minute 40 odd to go, and managed to win that last minute 40, 11-2 to beat St Kitts and make it to the semi-final.
I'm sure I'd get shot if they heard me say this, but they've been a bit of a Cinderella team here, New Plymouth boys. Everyone was talking about how dominant Ags were going to be in that pool, and then New Plymouth took them down and have gone from strength to strength ever since.
Yeah, New Plymouth boys topped the so-called pool of death. I think Ags, Jackson Kiss got injured, and that didn't help. But yeah, they've been playing some nice basketball. They play with a certain style. They're not running gun like some teams, but they've got some real weapons out there.
Fun fact, Rosmini College are the only team out of the final 8, and I know we're 2 teams now further down, that had ever made the national final in the AA. No other team that was left had made it.
It's impressive. That's good. It's good to have different schools every year, showing that they can be competitive at, you know, the business end of a national tournament.
And we now have 2 more teams that have made it. St Andrews College girls, as well as Christ College.
Two South Island teams looking. We'll definitely have 2 North Island teams with both the semi-final
potential
currently.
for Zone 1, Zone 4 mix up in both the boys and the girls. Here is Chatfield just surveying the game. It comes off the pick and roll.
That is a big screen by Izzy Pugh.
And just stepped out there Moores, so can't ask for a better start there if you're Whangarei girls, trying to come back from 19. Get a big steal, force the out of bounds.
Ray Cameron for a couple of questions for the score bench.
Ray never questions anything, does he?
Lightly, he might.
One of the most mild-mannered men I think I've ever met.
Yeah, I've seen him a few Whangarei girls games over the week, and he's always in control regardless of how the game's going. Very calm.
There are Whangarei girls, and the foul is drawn. That's going to be the second team foul now on Westlake girls.
And notice in that position, they are right out in the passing lane of Kayama Tahiri, the 6th leading scorer here in this tournament. Perhaps a conversation had at quarter time to make her catches difficult, to not allow any chance.
And a tough travel call there. Thought she might have let it go for the roll, but not to be.
Chatfield here to organise the troops for Westlake girls.
Asking for 3 seconds, throws it away.
Backcourt violation.
Backcourt. Always a fun one, isn't it? That the throw-in is from where they touch it, so trying to get players to hustle back, touch it as soon as possible. You don't want it to be a baseline inbound, because that can be dangerous. Heads turned.
See what Whangarei girls have got for us this position.
Just working it wound. Oh, great ball fake. And foul is called on Pateman. Jumping up and down, wasn't sure.
I'd like to see the replay on that one. I thought from our angle, which is not the referee's angle, it was quite clean.
It might have been the body that caught her.
Regardless, Whangarei at the line for 2.
Missed the first, and those they've got to make those to have any chance here. Whangarei girls.
Still scoreless, a minute 15 into the 4th quarter.
Makes the second. And sub in, Amir Fotu once again.
Amy Pateman taking a break. 5 rebounds, 5 assists to her name.
Izzy Pugh there, good post up on the smaller Cameron. Gets
pass.
the ball. And I would have liked to seen that kick out to Richardson there. She was cutting nicely to the hoop. But regardless, it's Whangarei ball. Down 18, 8 minutes and 25 seconds to play.
Yeah, they must have talked at halftime about denying Tahiti.
Great extra pass, Kurufifi Toru off the back of the tupper.
Good
and
defense by
Fotu
Westlake.
slows that one down. Into Pugh.
Long
2-pointer, no good. And foul is called on Izzy Pugh. That's going to be number 4.
Okay, so things could get interesting here. Whangarei are going to be shooting no matter what for the rest of the game. Is
timeout taken by Westlake.
That was Westlake's 4th team foul. Izzy Pugh, Jalea Clayton, both on 4 team fouls. Sorry, personal fouls. Mackenzie Chatfield, Rebecca Moores, and Amy Pateman, the other 3 starters, on 3 personal fouls. So, you know, a bit of foul trouble. Maybe some momentum going to Whangarei's way that they could easily get back into this game. Meanwhile, the foul situation for Whangarei girls wasn't great in the first half, but they managed to stay pretty clean since, with Tarina Cameron, Kayama Tahiri and Mahina Wairau all on 3 personal fouls each.
As we see the Westlake huddle there, trying to take care of business and make their first ever secondary school final. You know, it's strange, the 2 Zone 1 teams that are left here, Westlake Girls and Rosemary College, when I was in school, and it wasn't that long ago, neither team was actually in the Premier grade of Auckland.
Credit to their programs then and their coaches over that time to get them into the top grade, and then the continual building to get to these moments for both schools.
2011, one of the funniest years of high school basketball. Rosemary College won the AA secondary school boys, as we see a lovely little hook shot there from Kayama Tahiri. Weren't even in Prem grade and they won the national title. How things can change in a year.
I suppose the way our current setup is, as long as you can qualify in the
Chatfield, a big kuruwhiwhi toru.
Yeah, as long as you qualify, I guess it doesn't matter which grade you're playing in your local competition. A nice settler there by Chatfield for Westlake Girls to push the lead back out to 19.
And another lovely finish, not going anywhere. Whangarei Girls, win or lose, the fact that they've scored so well has got to be so pleasing for that team.
Yeah, Ray Cameron's got these girls battling hard, and they can be proud of the effort so far, regardless of how
Moores puts it in. Fumbled the pass, but just led herself to the hoop, up and in. Well done.
Can Whangarei Girls answer?
Head down to the hoop. Yes, they can.
Tough finish. Mahina Wairau.
But they got to start getting some stops as Holly Williams just slows things down. Chatfield out of the corner, in and out. Fotu is fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot a couple of kuru tautukus.
It'll be Mahina Wairau's 4th personal foul. Fotu makes the first. See if she can make the second.
Long on that one. Good rebound for Whangarei Girls. Here they go. Down 17. And they've really got to start ramping up the speed here. And that's going to be free throws, Ryan. That's a perfect position for Whangarei Girls.
Yeah, Whangarei want to get to the line. It stops the clock. It gives them ideally 3 points. If they can keep chipping away, they might not have to speed the game up too much, but there possibly might be a point in the game where they're going to have to start creating extra positions to get themselves back into this.
Converts the first, 76-60. Makes the second. And what's interesting, Ryan, is with how dominant Westlake's been in this position in all of these games in this tournament, a chance for Whangarei Girls just to upset the apple cart and put Westlake in a position where they haven't been comfortable because they haven't been tested.
Yeah, if Westlake manage to pull this out, they won't actually mind being tested. It gives them a closer game leading into a final, which I guess from spectators' point of view, hope it's a close game as well.
foul there on Tahiri. That's going to be her 4th personal.
Well, while teams enjoy winning and winning big, you do need those close games to have that kind of experience before you go into the biggest game of the season, if they can pull it out tomorrow.
Into Moores, Chatfield. Kurufifi Toru is good.
That looked good as soon as it left her hand.
And you wonder, from a St Andrews point of view, going against Mackenzie Chatfield, she creates so much for Westlake girls. Would you consider a box and one potentially tomorrow at some point? As the and one is good.
If she starts going off, like she's hit a quiet 25, if you can say such a thing. Yeah, if she starts going off, but then you have the likes of Amy Pateman having more space, you got the likes of Izzy Pugh being able to post up with more space. So I guess there's always potential for a box and one, but it could backfire as well.
Converts that one, 79-64. Still plenty of time for Whangarei girls here. And I just need players a bit closer to the ball. Defending so well. Richardson short.
Great cut by Richardson, but Mahina Waido with the good defense at the rim.
Whangarei girls. Tarina Cameron spots a lane. Lovely little bounce pass drive. And I thought that one was going to be good off the tupper. But a turnover from Westlake girls.
The ball slipping off Chatfield's fingertips. Another turnover created. Well, unforced turnover as Westlake. Whangarei girls, sorry, take a time out here. The second of the second half with a chance to get it to 13 or 14 points. Still 5 minutes to go. It's plenty of time in basketball.
Well, I like this timeout from Ray Cameron. Almost feels scheduled, isn't it, where he's told his players, like, you got to play half a quarter, and then I'll give you a break, half a quarter again. So trying to give his team a little bit of a rest here to get a rise out of them and a chance out of this position that he can get it back to that 12 points, which they've been able to get back to. But they've just got to stop Westlake from pulling it back out again.
Yeah, if they can keep the pressure on Westlake, that's going to force Bronwyn Davidson, the coach of Westlake, to use the timeout, and then Whangarei will get rewarded with another break.
If you're Bronwyn Davidson, at what point do you start telling your players to really try and bleed out possessions and take shots in the final 4 seconds of the shot clock?
Well, I'd give it another couple minutes to purposefully do that. Right now, regardless of the shot clock, you just want to take the best shot possible, whether that's early in the shot clock or later in the shot clock. Right. Let's see what Ray Cameron drew up in the timeout. See if we can get a quality look for the Whangarei girls.
Let's see what magic he's got in those X's and O's. Oh. They had the look they wanted. But now they've got to reset. Deep. Kurufifi Toru was almost good, but away come Westlake, and you can't let Chatfield get out and run. The Whangarei girls. I remember I was looking at some X's and O's with Ray Cameron, and made me feel very foolish by, I was drawing up the offense with the X, and he goes, hold on, buddy. Offense is O, what are you doing? So now anytime a younger guy who I work on X's and O's with does the same thing, it's like, nah, come on, buddy. O for offense.
X for defense.
What a pass. And let's see what number this is on.
Bit of a late call there. It's going to be a baseline out.
Is that 13? Kiana Tahiri?
That'll be her 4th. A number of players getting into foul trouble. Still 4 minutes to go.
And what a shot there from Moores. Just jogging back nonchalantly.
It's like I do this in my sleep. What are you talking about, guys?
She's from a family of bucket getters. They're used to it.
Kind of like the photos then.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Money Matt Moores when he gets a little bit older. Lovely little rip and go and finish.
Izzy Pugh with the swipe down there. She got lucky because she's on 4 fouls. They called that. She'll be out for the rest of the game.
Whangarei girls trying to keep our hearts in this one. The Cinderella run is still going. What a find though from Chatfield.
I just love how she gets to her spot. It looks like she's going to shoot it. The defense steps up, drops it off, and you get a wide open layup.
Almost gets the steal there, does Chatfield. 3 minutes 40 to play. 17-point game. Is there time for a miracle? Around Izzy Pugh and up in it and one.
Mahina, the strong drive. The hoop and the harm. Fouls on 13. That'll be Rebecca Moore's 4th foul. Got a number of players on both teams on 4 fouls.
Survival of the fittest.
However, the lead still at 15. And it'll stay at 15 after the free throw. Chatfield advancing the basketball. Just slowing it down.
And easy call there. And is this going to be a player fouled out?
Yeah, speaking of survival of the fittest, the first one is dropped. A disappointed Mahina Wado. Heads back to the bench after, you know, she's played the majority of the game. She's driven. She's been the best driver of the Whangarei girls. Visibly upset. She can be happy with the effort she's put out today.
As the crowd get on their feet, they recognise what an amazing performance this has been from Whangarei girls. And we're up at the commentary box as well. It's been inspiring to watch.
Yeah. With only 7 players, they have battled very hard. Like, it's no small feat to get to the top 4, let alone be competitive for the most part in this game against a really strong Westlake team.
Hold your heads high, Whangarei girls, but there's still time for them to complete this comeback. Whangarei girls just dancing up the top, up against Richardson. Step through and one! What a finish!
Tahiti gets open after denial from Hannah Richardson. Shakes and bakes her, gets past her. Hannah Richardson commits a foul and one. Gets it back to 14. 2 minutes 55 to go.
Converts. What a job they've done from the free throw line. 23 of 32. That's a lot of free throws. Richardson finds Pugh in the high post, gets to the jump shot. She's a bucket, isn't she?
She's not fazed by anything, is he? Quick square up, Mackenzie Chatfield's cut, draws the defense. Okay, I'll shoot that. Bucket.
And with Helder, what a nice shot that Pugh has. She could definitely extend it out to the three-point line in the not too distant future. As Pateman there gets the easy run out, and that's just where the tired legs for Whangarei girls come in.
I think with Izzy Pugh's play over this past week, might have some college scouts. Just keeping an eye on her.
Travel called.
Ray Cameron not happy with the call.
Raised his voice as referee Michaela Sharp was right there. Saw her when he was saying it. It was like, oh, I'll just tone this down a little bit.
Could hear it.
And that's Ray probably at level 4 out of, no, probably level 3 out of 10. That's Pugh again.
Nice little pass from Mackenzie Chatfield. One stat I'd like to be introduced into box scores is when guards make nice passes that result in free throws. It doesn't count any assists on the box score, but
I thought it did for FIBA. I'm pretty sure for FIBA it does. If they make a free throw, it should count as an assist.
we'll see if it goes up. But yeah, either way, quite often guards will set up other players, and if they get fouled, nothing really shows. Kind of like screen assists for the big men that talk about the NBA.
Now, Daru, it just depends on whether or not the live stats people put it in, but my understanding of the FIBA scorebook is that if a player shoots a free throw and makes it, it should count as an assist.
Chatfield committing the hutter, and again, Whangarei girls will be back to their free throw line. Another pair of free throws.
Ray Cameron, again, I like the way that he asks the questions. He doesn't go after the referees. He stays in his box. Very respectful. You love to see it. We see a lot of young coaches, don't they? They see a little bit of fire in their eyes and storm up and down.
Ben the Rule was walking onto the court.
I think the best one I've ever seen was Kairo Katuhi threw his whiteboard on the court, didn't get a tee, and the referee just stopped the game. So he's like, okay, time out.
Shades of Bobby Knight. He was in the chair.
What an extra pass again from Chatfield. That is assist number 8. Too shy of a triple-double. Well, Chatfield, is she aware of the stat? Oh, she might be aware of the stat. Oh, Pateman, no! Left it short.
Amy Pateman, she's done a good job getting to the rack all game, but she won't be happy with it finishing. Holly Williams with the lockdown defense so far this possession.
Little rip. Oh, great step around. Oh, around the tupper.
In and out. Chatfield.
And here's Whangarei girls ball.
Foul called on Izzy Pugh, that's her 5th. She's disappointed, but look, she's done a lot of the legwork to help build this 22-point lead with a minute to go. So while she'll be frustrated, she's leaving the game with a double-double, 23 points, 14 boards,
as
3 steals and a
Chatfield
block.
as well takes a seat. Her job is done.
The dynamic duo.
Makes a first, and this crowd is up on their feet.
Young Lily May. Randall, sicking the first of her free throws.
Here is Westlake just bleeding the clock now, up 20. I think it's safe to say, Ryan Doubledam, that they are going to be playing St Andrews tomorrow in the girls' AA final. We're going to have a new female champion, never awarded before. I believe, was it 1968 was the first female championship? The boys were 1 year earlier.
Somewhere around there, I think. But hey, if Stack can play the way they played in the first semi-final, we're going to get a hell of a final tomorrow. As Rebecca Moores is at the line.
Shout out to 2006 national champion Claire McCurran listening in. Give me a little bit of information on some things to talk about tomorrow. This is the second rebound at Whangarei girls as the crowd filling in. I thought the 8 p.m. tip-off was going to be a bit late for the school kids, but people are wanting to see this massive matchup between New Plymouth boys and Rosmini College.
It's the holidays, mate. No one's got to get up for any schoolwork tomorrow.
They're doing some early games, though. A few teams of 9 a.m.ers.
Westlake going to have to shoot it, even though they're up. This is just a bit of a differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Look, all in all, I think Whangarei put on a hell of a performance with 7 players for the entire tournament to get to the top 4.
Makes it, but I completely agree with you, Ryan. They've won our hearts, haven't they, Whangarei girls?
Ray Cameron's got these girls absolutely battling all game long. But credit to Westlake as well. They've been solid all game, they've been solid all tournament, and they're deserved finalists along with St Andrews College.
So that'll do for us here at Fly Palmy Arena. Final score, Westlake girls 95, Whangarei girls 72. And we're just going to hold the pitches here at the moment because we can see the teams in the huddle. It'd be nice. Are they going to huddle together? No, they're each in the individual huddles. So from Ryan Doubledam and myself, Andrew Horrocks, thank you so much for tuning in. But come back in about 7 minutes. We're going to have build-up for Rosmini College versus New Plymouth Boys High to find out who's going to take on Christ College for the boys AA 2022 Championship. See you soon.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This isn't about what we wore back in the day.
we're going to go now. Going once, going twice, no more offers. Sold!
It's about being trusted to get a better result for our clients since 1973.
Whoops, running on empty? Enjoy a 6 cents per litre fuel discount at your local Caltex with Pumped every day. Ah, feels good, eh? Get it at any participating Caltex.